Hello viewers, welcome to the channel and to another tutorial. In this video you'll see how to easily design a box grater in FreeCAD using different workbenches. I hope you liked the video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and also if you want to support the content of this channel, there's a link in the description of this video to my Ko-fi page. Thank you, and now let's see how to design this pretty model. Let's create a new sketch, clicking this plus icon, and now let's save this document. Okay, next let's change the workbench to PartDesign and create a new body and go to the model tab. Let's rename this sketch here. Let's rename this sketch to box. Okay, and now let's create a new sketch in XY plane. Now we go to sketch geometry, these tools here in sketch workbench, and here we need to select centered rectangle tool and then click in this origin point and draw this rectangle. Okay, and now escape and select these two horizontal lines in this way and delete. Select arc tool now, click in this vertical axis and then draw this arc here and click again and connect these two endpoints here. Okay, and now just select equal constraint and make these two arcs here equal. Okay, as you can see we have 3 degrees of freedom for this sketch here. Let's try to full constraint this sketch here. Okay, let's select constraint distance tool. For this vertical line here, let's add 120, and the distance for these 2 points here, let's add 85 millimeters. Okay, and now click here and select this tool, constraint radius. For this arc here, we'll set a radius of 200. Let's set 200. Now escape 2 times to leave the sketch. Okay, and now we go to the model tab. Let's rename this sketch here to session 1. Okay, and also let's create a copy of this sketch here. Control C and use the original selections, and now Control V. Okay, and let's drag this sketch into this body here. And now in this sketch here we'll change the attachment in the Z position. So select this sketch, go to attachment, click in this arrow and position, and now Z position, and change here to 150, and now click off and press on. As you can see we have these two sketches here. Okay, and now double click in this sketch, double click and change to 60. Escape 2 times, and as you can see now we have this. Now with these two sketches here, let's create our 3D part. To do that we'll use this tool here, Additive Loft tool. So first we select this sketch here and we select Additive Loft tool, and then add session, and we select this session here, and then okay. Now we need to create a thickness for this part here. To do that we'll use this tool here, Subtractive Loft tool. So what you do, we go to this operation here, just click on this arrow and select these two sketches here, and let's create a copy of these two sketches. Control C and use original selections, and now Control V, select these two sketches, spacebar to make these two sketches visible, and drag these sketches into this body here. Okay, let's close this arrow, and next let's change the dimensions of these two sketches. Okay, so for this first sketch here, double click and let's change here to 190 and here to 84. Escape 2 times, and now we go to this sketch here, double click, we change here this dimension to 119, and this dimension here we change to 59. Escape 2 times to leave the sketch, and the next what to do, we select this session sketch here, and then this tool, Subtractive Loft tool, and now just click in this button, add session, and let's add this session here, and now click OK. And as you can see now we have this thickness in this part here. The next step here is to create fillets in this edge. So let's start by this internal edge here, zoom in, select this edge here, and now hit Control and select this edge, and also this edge here and this edge, and now select fillet tool. Okay, let's change the radius here to 4.5 millimeters. Okay, and next let's select this external edge here. Control, select this edge and this edge, and also this edge here. And now fillet tool, and the radius here must be 5 millimeters. Enter. Okay, as you can see, now I have this. Now let's create a new body. Click here in this icon, and let's rename this body here to course grid. Okay, and let's hide this box here, spacebar. Now what you do for this body here, let's create a new sketch. Click here in this icon, press home and zoom in. Let's select this YZ plane here. Okay, and now we go to sketch adjustments, and we need to select the polyline tool, this tool, and then we click in this horizontal axis and then this origin point, and also we draw this vertical line here. And now let's select arc tool. Okay, zoom out, and now let's connect these two endpoints here. Okay, select constraint distance tool, and for this vertical line here let's add 4.4, and this horizontal line let's add 12. Okay, and now select this tool here, constraint radius. For this arc here let's add 16. Okay, as you can see we have these dimensions for this sketch here. Escape 2 times to leave the sketch, and now let's revolve the sketch here. Select revolution tool. Okay, here we need to change the axis to y-axis. We go to this drop down and we select y-axis, and okay, next let's create a new sketch. Click in this icon, select xy plane, and here what we'll do is to pick this tool here, centered rectangle, and then click in this origin point and we draw this rectangle in this way. Escape 2 times, and now we go to the model tip. In this sketch here we'll change the attachment in the Z position. So select the sketch, go to attachment, position, and Z position, change here to 0.5 and enter. Okay, and select the sketch again, and now select pet tool and set reverse it. Check this option and click OK. Now we have this, and it's time to create a thickness in this part here. So okay, we selected this face, and now control select this face, and also this face here, and now thickness tool, set inwards and change the thickness to 0.5. okay, and we have this. Click OK now, and next select this face here, and let's create a new sketch. Okay, here zoom in, select external jump tool, let's extract this edge here. As you can see, now we have this point here. Let's select cycle tool, this tool, click in this vertical axis and then in this point. Okay, now just select constraint vertical distance tool and select these 2 points here, and the distance here must be 0.5 millimeters. Okay, and now select arc tool, click in this vertical axis and now in the edge of the cycle, and select trim tool, trim this arc here, and next select fillet tool and create a fillet here and here, and select equal constraint and make these 2 arcs equal. Okay, now let's add the radius of these arcs. Select constraint radius. For this arc here let's add 1 millimeters, and this arc here let's add 5 millimeters. Okay, now we have 1 degree of freedom, as you can see. Next let's select this constraint here and just click in this arc, and now in this point. Okay, now this sketch is full constrained. Let's select the sketch, escape 2 times and create a pocket. Now set symmetric plane, and let's change length here to 25. Okay, it's okay, just click OK now. Okay, let's select this face again and create a new sketch. Now what you do, we select centered rectangle tool and click in this vertical axis and draw this rectangle, and now in the origin point let's draw this rectangle. Okay, next let's select vertical distance tool, click on this origin point, and now in this endpoint here, and here we'll set a distance of, here let's set 12, and the length for this one here let's set 16.5. Okay, and next let's select horizontal distance tool, and for this line here let's add 10 millimeters, escape 2 times, and now let's create a pocket here. Let's add true goal, and okay. Now as you can see we have this part here. Okay, and the next step is to create arrays of this part here. To do that we'll use the draft workbench. So let's move to the draft workbench, click in workbench selector and select draft. Okay, now let's hide this grid here. To do that, just click in this icon. Okay, and also let's change the orientation of this part here. Select this body, then click on mouse and select this tool here, transform tool. Okay, first we'll rotate this in the Z axis and then in the X axis, and okay. And now it's time to create arrays of this part here. Okay, to do that we'll use this tool here. We'll use this tool of draft workbench. Okay, so first you need to select this body and then this tool here, and the next here let's change the number of elements. In the X we'll set 1, and in the Y we'll set 7, and in the Z we'll set 4. Okay, and now we go to the intervals. Here in the Y interval we'll set 15 for the Y duration, and in the Z interval we'll set 33 for the Z interval, and okay. Now just press home, and as you can see we have these all arrays here. Okay, and next we go to this operation. Just click in this arrow and select this coarse grade here and create a clone. Click in this icon. Now as you can see we have this new object here. Okay, if we select this object here we can see that the object is located here. Now let's try to place this object in these arrays here. To do that we can select this coarse grid object and then go to base, placement, position, and let's change here in the Z position to 33. No, let's change to 16.5. okay, and here to 7.5. okay, and if we change to the right view we can see this. And next we can create another array of this part here. So okay, let's select this part and then this tool here. We go to number of elements, and here in the X we set 1, and here in the Y we set 6 and 4 for the Z, and scroll down. Let's go to the Y interval. Here let's set 15, and here let's set 33, and enter. As you can see now we have this. And now let's get the rectangle dimensions formatted by these all arrays here. To do that we'll use this tool here, dimension tool. But first we need to set a custom working plane. We need to set this face here as our working plane. To do that we just need to select this face and then click here. Okay, and next we can use this tool here. Click in this tool here and make sure that these draft snip tools are activated. Okay, and now let's try to get the width of this rectangle. Let's select this point here and now zoom in and pick this point. Okay, as you can see we have a width of 100. Now let's get the height of this rectangle. Let's select the dimension tool again, and now what to do, let's start by zoom in and select this point here, zoom out and select this point. Okay, and place the dimension here. As you can see we have a height of 116. Okay, plus the height of this part here will have 132. Okay, now let's close this arrow. Let's delete these two dimensions here, and let's go to the PartDesign workbench, and here let's create a body, and create a new sketch. But first let's hide these two arrays here, spacebar, and create a new sketch now. And let's select YZ plane for this sketch. Select centered rectangle tool, click on this origin point and draw this rectangle. Next, select constraint distance tool, and for this length here, let's set 100. This vertical line, let's set 152, and escape 2 times. And now let's make an extrusion of this sketch. Select pad tool, set 0.5 millimeters, and enter. And now go to the model tip and let's create another body. Let's hide this body here, spacebar, and create a new sketch. Let's select YZ plane. Let's select centered rectangle tool again. Click in this origin point and draw this rectangle. Select constraint distance tool. For this horizontal line, let's set 10 millimeters, and this vertical line, let's set 17.5, and escape 2 times. And pad tool now, let's set 1 millimeters. Okay, and now let's go to the model tip. Okay, the next thing that we'll do is to create arrays of these objects, as we've done with this coarse grid here. Okay, let's move to the draft workbench, and here let's select this body and then this tool, and scroll down 33 and enter. Okay, and next we go to this array here. We select this body and you create a clone. Select this body, go to placement position, and this will change the Z position. Let's add 16.5, and let's change the Y position to 7.5. Okay, now let's select this body, and now this tool here, scroll down, enter. As you can see, now we have this. And next, let's move to the part workbench. Select part workbench here, and now just select these two arrays and let's create a union here. Select union tool, refresh. Okay, now we have this, as you can see. Now let's make these two arrays visible, spacebar. Let's hide this fusion, and now let's create a union of these two arrays. Select these two arrays and union tool, refresh, and as you can see we have this. Now let's hide this fusion and make this fusion visible, and also this body visible. As you can see, we have to change the placement of this body here. So let's move to the draft workbench. Okay, and now just select this body and then this tool, move tool. Okay, and now zoom in, pick this point here and here, select this endpoint. Okay, now as you can see we have this. Now let's go back to the part workbench. What we'll do now is to subtract this fusion part from this body here. So first select the body and then control this fusion, and now cut tool. Okay, as you can see we have this, and now let's make this fusion visible. Select this fusion and spacebar. As you can see we have this. Go to the Z position and change it to 3.75, and we have this. And also we need to move this and the X direction. So select this fusion and go to X position, and let's set 0.5 here and enter. And now we have this. It's all okay. Now let's create a union now of these two parts here. Okay, let's select this all part here, and now union tool. Okay, as you can see now I have this part here. It's fine. So okay, let's rename this part here to coarse grid. Okay, and also let's create a copy of this part here. Control C and okay here, Control V. Okay, let's hide this, spacebar, and now let's delete this part here, delete, and also this cut here, let's delete. this fusion and this fusion here. Okay, now let's hide this body and also these two arrays here and this array here. And what you do, we go to this body here, double click, and we'll be moved to the PartDesign. Now go to model, and now what to do is to change some dimensions of this part here. Okay, so first we go to revolution, click on this arrow and double click here in the sketch and zoom in. Let's change here to 2.2 and here to 8 and this dimension here to 6. And now escape 2 times, go to the model tab. Okay, as you can see, we have a problem here. Okay, now let's go to the sketch here, double click and zoom in here, go to the model tab. Let's make this array visible and go to tasks now. Okay, first we'll delete this constraint here and also this distance. And now just zoom in and let's drag this point, select this arc here and this point, and let's place this constraint here. And the next, just select vertical distance tool and this point and also this point here, and let's add 1 millimeters. And now skip 2 times, and as you can see, we have this. Now go to the model tab and now we go to this sketch here, double click. Okay, and now this dimension will change to 5. Okay, and let's make this array visible, tasks. And also let's change these dimensions here to 6, and here we'll set 8.25 millimeters. And now skip 2 times, and as you can see, we have this. Okay, so next let's go to the model tab. Let's close this array here. The next step here is to change some parameters of these arrays here. Okay, so first let's change the parameters of this first array. Let's resize this and now scroll down and we go to this option here, and first we change the wire interval to 7.5 and enter. Okay, and now scroll down and go to the Z interval, and here we'll change to 16.5. Okay, scroll down and the number Y will change to 13, and in the Z will change to 80. Okay, as you can see, we have this. And now scroll up, let's select this array here, spacebar. Okay, first here we need to change the placement of this part here. So let's select this part here, go to placement, position, and in the Y will change to 3.25. Okay, and in the Z will change to 8.25 millimeters. Okay, now if we change to the right view, we can see that it's okay. Let's change here in the Y position to 3.5 millimeters. No, it should be 3.75. Okay, now it's all okay. So now let's change the intervals here. We go to the Y interval and we change here to 7.5. Okay, and next we go to the Z interval and we must change here to 16.5. Okay, and now we go to the number of elements here. In the Y we change to 12, and in the Z we change to 80. And as you can see, now we have this. So let's press home, and now let's move to the part workbench. Select part workbench, and let's create a union of these two arrays. Select these two arrays, and now union tool. Refresh. Okay, now we have this, and next let's hide this fusion. Okay, and let's make these two array visible, and here we need to change the dimensions of these rectangles. So we're clicking this arrow and double clicking this body, and next we go to the sketch here and we change the dimension of this rectangle. So here we set 5, and for this dimension we change to 8.25 millimeters and escape 2 times. Now we have this, as you can see. Go to the model tip, and now and now I have this. Let's go to the part workbench, and let's create a union of these two arrays. Select these two arrays, and now union tool. Refresh. As you can see, now we have this. Now let's make this body visible. Okay, and for this part here we need to change the dimensions of this rectangle. So we're clicking this arrow, and now we go in the sketch of this bed here, double click here, and these dimensions we must change to, and for example this horizontal dimension here we must change to 95 millimeters, and this dimension here will change to 132.25 millimeters and escape 2 times. And now we have this, as you can see, and also need to fix the placement of this rectangle. We can select this body and try to change the placement using these values here. Let's change to the right view, and let's increase the Z position. Okay, zoom in. Okay, and next let's subtract this fusion here from this body. Select this body and next this fusion and cut to. As you can see, we have this. Okay, and next let's make this fusion visible. Spacebar, and again we need to change the placement of this fusion part here. So select the fusion and go to freeze. Let's change the X position to 0.5. Okay, and next let's change the Z position to 1.5, 1 to 2 millimeters. Let's change to the right view. Or we can use the draft workbench to place this fusion. Let's go to the draft workbench. So first select this fusion, and next this move tool, and zoom in, and here let's pick this point, and now this point here. Okay, it's all fine now. Okay, so next we'll make a union of these parts here. Let's move to the part workbench. Let's select these two parts here and create a union. As you can see, now we have this. Okay, this is the fine grate. So let's rename this to fine grate, and let's make these all parts here visible. Okay, and also let's change its positions. Okay, and this. Okay, as you can see here, we have these three parts here. And the next thing to do is to create pockets in this box here, using as reference the dimensions of these rectangles. Okay, so double click in this box here, and let's hide these two parts here, spacebar. And now here in this box, let's select this face here and create a new sketch. And what you need to do here is to select centered rectangle tool and draw this rectangle, and next select constraint distance tool, and let's set the size of this rectangle here. The length of this line here will be 100, and for this line here let's set 132. And now let's select external jump tool and extract this edge here and also this edge, and select line tool. Okay, and connect these two endpoints here, and change this line here to a construction geometry. Just click here in this icon, and next select this point and this line here and place this constraint here. As you can see now it's full constrained. Escape 2 times, and now select pocket tool and okay. And now we go to this face here, select this face and create a new sketch. Select the external jump tool and extract these two edges here. Okay, and next let's select line tool and draw a line in these 2 points here, and also change this line here to a construction geometry. Click in this icon. Okay, and next let's select center rectangle tool. Click in this icon and draw this rectangle. And next select this constraint here and these two, and this point and this line here. And next select constraint distance tool. For this horizontal line, let's set a length of 95 millimeters, and this line here let's set 152.25. Okay, escape 2 times and let's create a pocket. It's okay, click OK, and let's save this document. And next let's create a new document. Create a new document, and let's save this as okay. And in this document here, what we'll do is to create simple copies of these three parts here. Let's make these two parts visible. And now let's change to the part workbench and select the box, this part here, and now click here and go to create copy and create a simple copy. Okay, as you can see we have these three copies here. Let's select this box part and this coarse grain part and Ctrl C to copy, and let's go to this document, and now here let's paste. Okay, as you can see we have this, and the next step now is to align this part here with this part here. To do that, we'll use a new tool that is available here, this tool here. So what you need to do is to first select this box, which will be the fixed part, and this coarse grid here will be the moved part. So next we click here and we can select this option, alignment. Okay, and now let's try to align this part here and this pocket. So what to do, first we zoom in and we pick a point here. For example, let's pick this point, and here in this fixed object let's pick this point. Okay, and also let's pick this point here and pick this point. And now let's select this point here and here in the fixed object, let's pick this point. Okay, and now right click on mouse and select this option, align. And as you can see, now we have this, and the next thing to do is to create a union of these two parts here. So we are in the part workbench, so we need to select these two parts here and then union tool. Okay, as you can see, we have this, and the next thing to do is to copy this part here, Ctrl C, and now we go to this document and we pass the part here in this document. Okay, we have this, and now let's rotate this part here. Select this fusion, right click on mouse and select transform tool. Let's rotate in the Z axis and click OK. And now let's try to align this part here and this pocket of this part. So what you do, let's select this fusion part, and now Ctrl select this part here and edit alignment. And now what you do, first zoom in and let's select our first point will be this vertex here, and in this fixed part will be this vertex. And now zoom in and pick this vertex here, and here to the same, pick this vertex. Okay, and now we pick this point here, and here we pick this point. Okay, and next right click on mouse and select align. As you can see, now we have this, and let's make a union again. Select these two parts and now union tool. Okay, as you can see, this is the final model. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video useful, please leave a like, a comment, and share this video with your friends. Thank you. I hope to see you in the next video.